We're live.
We are live. Knockout Games. Anthony, Angry Gallo,
Woo!
coming to you live on YouTube via this video podcast ish thingamajig that we're doing today. We've been trying to do a podcast for the longest time, talk about and discuss about things in the world of gaming and our opinions, whether you like it or not. It is coming straight to you from us. But yeah, the Switch is released Friday, March 3rd, 2017. It has been long awaited since its unveiling in October. Previously known as the NX, now it is the Nintendo Switch. It is in our homes, it is in our hands. We are playing it day in and day out, getting lost in Hyrule. So, what was it like picking up the system day one for you, Gaio?
Well, in 30 years of me gaming, it's the first time I grabbed one on the first day, on launch day. Sorry, I'm eating raisins.
Damn.
But
Not even first base, went straight to home run. You just grabbed it on the first day.
yeah, I just said screw it. I mean, I had the money. I said fuck it. Let's just try it out. I don't want to wait on people to tell me if it sucks or not. I'd rather have my own opinion. Because, I'm very opinionated. So
Oh yeah, we've seen that on plenty of occasions. If you haven't seen our live streams, you can go to Knockout Games YouTube channel. Just search Knockout Games and filter through channels because we don't have a URL yet because we need 100 subs. But anyway, yeah, I got the. I went to a midnight launch at my local GameStop. I picked it up. I got the red and blue Joy-Con bundle with Legend of Zelda, and I got two digital games, Fast Remix and Snipper Clips, which they're really fun, and I'm enjoying them. Took my Switch to a friend's house the other day. He had a Switch as well, but I just docked my Switch onto his dock, and I was playing my games with them. It was easy to do it. That's one thing I like about it. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to install your profile. Just take your system, take it to somebody's house, and you're playing already. That's one of the good things about the Switch. But what has your been what have your experiences been with the Switch so far within the past 3 days?
mostly positive, I would say. Like it's a lot smaller than I thought, but it's a lot lighter. I don't know. It feels right on my hands. It's not like I have fat hands, and it just fits right. And after, if you play laying down, it does on the tab. It does like after an hour, your wrists start hurting a little bit. But besides that, I haven't had any issues. Oh my god, what are you doing?
That's how I play. So when I get tired, it's just there. It has a hook on the back of the thing for crying out loud. What are you supposed to do with that? Put a lanyard on it. Why not, right? Continue.
Like system itself, I think it's fine. People say it says that the dock is cheap. I don't care. It's really just a plastic, so you can charge your thing. It doesn't matter really.
It serves its purpose.
Yeah, like it's not a big deal. My biggest issue is with the lack of stuff in it. Not so much the games, but like I can't do a group chat with my friends. They promised a stupid app for the phone that they haven't even released. So just I don't know. Just Nintendo being Nintendo.
Right. Oh man. So I heard you had a gripe for some Latin American man named Manuel. That didn't
What?
come with Manuel. Didn't come with your Switch.
Oh yes, yes. No instructions. That really pissed me off. I opened the box and look. I always have to go for the instructions. Doesn't matter if it's simple or not. There's no fucking instructions for a fucking system for kids. Basically, there's no instructions.
Mind you, this is before you even plugged it in. You were complaining about the instructions not being in the damn in the
Yes.
box. Yet when you plug it in and you start it up, it gives you the instructions right on the screen. But you want them to kill trees for no reason when they can
Yeah.
just give it to you on the screen.
Then I found on the box it has like a 1-2 step of how to put the Joy-Cons with the pad.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still pissed about that. Just add the fucking instructions to everything.
Let's you know what? Let's do the cons. Not the Joy Cons, the cons of the console. What don't you like aside from manuals?
Um, right now, a lack of titles, a lack of titles for the rest of the year, really. Like anything, like I don't. Nintendo hasn't shown me that this is gonna be different, any different than the Wii U. I don't see a
Right.
third party jumping on it too much because all their heavy hitter games are not gonna be in this console at all. They can't put it. It just doesn't have the power for it. This is like another console for Nintendo fans.
Right.
Yeah, that's my biggest issue. I want it to be like I like the Wii U. I want it to be successful, but the lack of games to keep me engaged just turned me off. Like I kept it, I think, for a year, and I talked to you about it a lot. Like, hey, I'm trying to find games, but there's nothing for it.
Yeah. And you're always looking for the new hot thing.
Yeah, now mind you, the games that they released, some of them were really good, but I'm not gonna keep a $300 console for 4 games a year.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. Yeah, the launch lineup for the Switch is definitely lackluster, is putting it lightly.
Yeah, if you don't like
So,
Zelda, you're screwed. You have nothing.
exactly. Well, I mean, you're not screwed. I mean, if you bought the system knowing full well that it was
Yeah,
only Zelda and a couple of handful of games, that's your own damn fault.
yeah, you're dumb there.
Like, it's just you just dumb fucked it up for yourself. Um, but saying that there's nothing being released throughout the rest of the year is short-sighted. There is E3 coming out. They already showed a bunch of indie games that are coming out, but a system cannot survive on indie games. Just look at the Ouya. Um, so with E3 coming soon, of course we have like Mario Odyssey coming out in November. We got Splatoon in the summer. We have Mario Kart Deluxe coming out in April. Fire Emblem Heroes, which is another Dynasty Warriors clone, but with Fire Emblem characters. Which, if they keep it to the formula of Hyrule Warriors, I'm gonna enjoy it. But if 'cause I played, which is the game? Berserk, and as much as I love Berserk as an anime, the Dynasty Warriors feel to it is just so minuscule and small. So like they didn't add any flair to it. It's just blood, gore, and a lot of hack and slash. And Hyrule Warriors, on the other hand, has a lot of flair to every single character in it. I'm looking forward to Fire Emblem. But yeah, E3 is gonna be a game changer when it comes to the Switch.
If they
So
show
I
up.
Oh, they will. Nintendo's all about the surprises. Whether they surprise you with nothing at all or they surprise you with everything, they're gonna surprise you. Because they cannot pull an E3 2016 again, just show one game. They're gonna bring it. They're
They
definitely
need to. I mean, Mario Kart is fine, but it's the same damn game I had last year or 2 years ago, whenever it came out.
See, yeah, that's another thing. If you've already owned Mario Kart on the Wii U, then Mario Kart Deluxe is definitely something you should be wary about. Like, don't get it day one since you've already played it. But if you really enjoyed Mario Kart 8 and you want to play it again, then of course you know what's coming in it. It's gonna have new characters, new carts, but everything else is pretty much the same with a new battle mode.
Like I'm looking forward to Splatoon 2, but mainly because I'm gonna be able to communicate with people. But that was my biggest grab with the first one was it's a team game that I can't talk to anybody how to do a strategy.
I was one of the top players in that game, and I didn't have to communicate with nobody.
Yeah, I mean, only 30 people played it. Of course, you're gonna be in the top.
30 people played it. No, players over the age of 30 played this game when it was meant for children under the age of 10. Oh, so hands-on, what games are you playing on it right now?
It's Zelda, obviously, because that's the only big one. And I just bought the Shovel Knight, Spectre Knight expansion.
Yeah.
Which it's fine, but I'm not enjoying it as much as I did with Shovel Knight. I just feel like I'm playing the same. Like even when the first expansion, forgot the name.
That was Plague of Shadows.
Yeah, that one was good because the movement and everything was so different. This one just feels just like Shovel Knight.
Gotcha. And there's still one more left, one more free expansion to come out, which is King Knight. But since you bought the Spectre Knight one, you have to pay for the King Knight one.
Yeah, I'm getting screwed because Nintendo can't put everything in one fucking account.
Ah, yeah. See, yeah, that's one thing I would have enjoyed since I already bought Shovel Knight. At least give me some sort of discount on the Switch version. I would have been fine with that since it comes with all the other stuff. But yeah, that's one thing they need to fix is they need to fix their account system. But since their online infrastructure isn't 100% right now, I'm giving them I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. But then that's me being very, very, very lenient with them.
One thing
And
about Zelda is definitely the most ambitious game they've ever made.
definitely,
Like
it
it's
is
a
super
step in the
ambitious.
right direction, but everything else around it is they're still way, way behind.
Very much so. I mean, the breakaway weapons is something new to the series. Well, at least to me, because I'm not much of a Zelda veteran. I have played a handful of them, and I've only beaten like two. Um, but I'm enjoying what I'm doing with right now. I'm playing side by side with my girlfriend, and she's playing it on the Wii U. I'm playing it on the Switch. She's enjoying it on her end, so am I on mine, and we're pretty much around the same area. But the thing is, when explore certain things, she'll be like, I didn't explore that yet. And then she'll tell me about what she's at. And I'm like, I haven't seen that yet either. So we're on the same track, but yet we're exploring completely different things. Like today, I defeated the Minotaur at the top of a mountain, and I defeated Cyclops skeleton that only appears at night by a lake. And those are fantastic boss fights, but those aren't even boss fights. They're like side fights that you just find in the world because the world is
Yeah, I found a
dangerous.
stone golem with no weapons. Like, oh shit.
Oh yeah. If you can't find a weapon, just pick up the nearest twig because that's just it's a dog eat dog world out there, especially in Hyrule. Holy crap! But it's a fun game. It's really fun.
Another thing that bothers me about the system, like at least for Zelda, because I haven't tried with anything else, is like it runs better on a tab than an actual TV.
That is true.
It
But here's
really drops the frames and it pisses me off.
here's my assumption on that. It was previously in development for the Wii U. On the tablet, it runs the same ratio and frame rate as the Wii U version. It runs 720p and 30 frames a second on the tablet, but then it upscales to 900p, which is I guess is just something that they tried to do with the Switch tablet, but with the system itself because it was primarily a Wii U game, and then they reformatted it for a Switch release to make it a little bit more visually impressive. But all it is just taxing the hardware, and it's making the game run a little like makes it chug a little. But that's the reasoning I feel like it is. Some people say I hear that they should just not have made the Wii U version at all and just focus on the Switch version. But that wouldn't have happened. That would have just delayed it by another year or so if they would have just completely scrapped it and started from the beginning. So it's good they came out with it right now. It's that and the way it is because that just means the next one, if they do make a next one, has potential.
Let's make this one successful first.
Yes, very much so.
The sales are good so far, but so did the Wii U sell well, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
I don't know if it,
the Wii U didn't sell as well as the Wii. The first 2 days outsold Wii numbers, and the Switch outsold what I think it was PlayStation 4 numbers at launch. But then again, the Wii U in Japan though, in Japan. But that was but yeah, when you compare Japan numbers to American numbers, the Wii U was actually outselling the PlayStation 4 for the first 2 years of the PlayStation 4 being released. Then the PlayStation 4 just came in and just like completely annihilated it, which it's doing right now since day one. So
yeah.
good on Sony for releasing a good console this generation. Microsoft is still playing catch up. There's a long way to go.
Yeah, I just don't know if the Switch has the lasting power. I don't know. It needs to be
Only
on the games.
I mean that it's only been 4 days. Time will tell what they decide to do. I know that if they're making a specific style FIFA game for it, I see that being a not a system seller, but being a big seller because FIFA is the largest selling sports game in the world, and if you're able to go with your friends anywhere and play a game of FIFA with just the two Joy Cons side by side and meeting up with other friends and linking your two systems together, and you playing two players on one side, another person playing two players on the other side, that might be entertaining for a lot of people. I mean, I take this thing to work and the past 2 days, and it's pretty fun. Like, as long as you have a decent carrying case, ugh, like I do, I got the Legend of Zelda special edition, so I got that carrying case. If I didn't get that special edition, I just would have got a regular one for $20. But it's definitely worth it. It's the battery life. I haven't really spent much time on the tablet, like for hours. I'll play sparingly here and there, but throughout an 8 hour span of work, my battery would go down about 50%. And then in standby mode, it really saves the battery. Like the sleep mode is extremely good. It doesn't suck the battery out. It'll last a good long while if you're in sleep mode. So you can take it with you the entire day. It'll last you. And if you just take it out here and there for like 10 minutes at a time, it'll last you almost all day.
Yeah, I haven't had any issue with the hardware at all. Nothing. Everything's been working fine, and just just take care of your shit.
Yeah, the biggest difference between the Switch and the other consoles that are out now is when you plug it into the wall and you plug it into the TV and you boot the system up. Unlike the PlayStation or the Xbox, where it would have to configure the settings, you would have to connect to the internet, check for updates, install updates, like do all that crap that would last at least 40 minutes to an hour on a PS4 or Xbox One. The Switch is up and running within 5 minutes, and then you're off and running in eShop, in a game, in your profile, everything. That's one thing I find to be the greatest thing compared to the other systems. It may be underpowered, but it's super fast.
Yeah, it can't handle anything of the newer games. Even
Ah,
though Zelda looks great, it is huge though.
mhm.
It's a really beautiful game. I gotta give him that. I know it's gonna
Well,
take me months to beat this game because I get distracted.
right. What are you looking forward to I mean, you talked about Splatoon and you talked about Mario, but what would you like to see
Okay, I will
on this?
shut up hating on this system if they give me a fucking Metroid game.
That's
Metroid.
inevitable.
That's all I
Met-
want.
Metroid. Well, I mean, it is in the works. That's what they said. That's what the people at Retro Studios said. If we're working on a Metroid, it's definitely not coming out for the Wii U. So that was pretty much just saying it's going to come out for the next console, which it would be great on this damn console because I would like to take Metroid on the go as well.
And a decent Mario Party game, not the shit that we got last year or 2 years ago.
That was bad. That Mario
God,
Party was bare freaking bones. It was so bad. It was my nephew loves it though. It's the only reason I keep it. My nephew comes and he just plays for hours on end. He'll put two players, but he'll just play by himself, so he always wins because he's adorable like that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to a new Pikmin because I love Pikmin 3. Pikmin 3 was like the jaw dropper game
yeah, that's a good
on the
game.
Wii U. It looked so pretty. It had ultra realistic fruit, which the fruit you cannot deny. It looked pretty. Um, and a Mario RPG, which would be
That,
good because I know a lot of
that's
people would
never
like
gonna
that.
happen.
I know it's never going to happen. I mean, there is talks of bringing the Final Fantasy 7 remake to Switch. I mean, that's the reason why they put Cloud in Super Smash Bros. Because they have an agreement with the Square Enix. So I'm hoping to see that. We have to wait for E3 though. It's really early. Like what, 2 months away? No,
It's in June, I think, right?
3 months away. We just started this freaking month.
Oh yeah, true.
Um, so
Okay.
you play. All right, let me see. So right now we talked about Zelda, we talked about the system, we talked about how we feel about it. Games that people may not have bought, like Fast Remix. If you haven't downloaded that game yet, it's only $20. It's a great racer. It takes a lot of getting used to. It's fast paced. It runs at 60 frames per second. It's high quality. It's an indie game, but don't take that as a negative. It's actually a really decent game. This is the third in the series of the Fast games. They had Fast Racing League, Fast Racing Neo, which was on the Wii U, and then we have Fast Art Remix, which is pretty much a mixture of the first and second one in this one, and it's freaking beautiful and tough as balls. If you like F-Zero, Nintendo commissions this indie developer to do a game to produce this game, to develop this game, in hopes that this is my assumption, in hopes that it sells well enough that Nintendo will give them the license to F-Zero to make an F-Zero game. And I feel like they can do it.
I recommend if they haven't played on PlayStation 4 or Vita, I Am Setsuna. It's a good RPG, very classic. I have it on the PS4, and it's a really, really good game. But it will play like an old school 16-bit SNES game. So if you die, you didn't get to the save point, you're fucked.
Oh, snap! So it works on old school save points where you go to hotels and sleep and it saves.
Yeah, and like I was stuck in a dungeon for the longest part because I kept going the wrong way and I kept dying, and I was dying right in front of the save point. Like I could see it.
Oh, that is the worst. That is the
So yeah,
worst.
that's the one I recommend. I don't know. I don't know if they made any changes for the Switch version, but it's a good game that I recommend.
Gotcha. And what is your foreseeable future purchase gonna be for the Switch?
I'm gonna get Mario Kart because my kid keeps asking for it, so I'll get it for him. I'm
It's a
definitely gonna get Splatoon 2. Hopefully this time I can get a team and actually enjoy the game better.
You have me.
Don't know
Me.
don't know about Mario. I'm not sold on it.
I mean, that
It's just
just like
weird.
they just the last time they presented the first glimpse of a Mario game with Super Mario 3D World, it was bare bones, plain isometric Mario. But once they came out with the launch trailer of that thing, I was sold. So the first glance may not be much. It looks pretty, but let's see where they decide to go with this. People complain that if Mario's in the real world, why aren't the people in the real world look like Mario? I say the reason why Mario's went to the Mushroom Kingdom because he was hiding because people criticized him because he's a little person. They didn't like little people. So Mario ran away to the Mushroom Kingdom and was accepted and got the hottest chick in the block. Now he needs to come back home and save his princess again.
Yeah, I'm like looking at the list of announced games or confirmed at least, and there's nothing that's jumping out like I need to play the game.
Nintendo wanted to release this. This is, I mean, most people call this a beta test because how the Joy-Con problem has been happening, where it desyncs. It's too bare bones. So this is them testing the water to see how many people get it, how the infrastructure works. The online works fine. I connected to Fast Remix perfectly fine. I played a couple of races. It went smoothly. Um, but once they get enough switches out there and they determine how good or how many people are going online, we'll we'll see how it decides to go. But they're gonna announce a lot of games. They just they haven't announced it yet. They said throughout the next coming months they're gonna be announcing stuff.
Yeah,
But
well,
right
I'll
now,
see. I mean, I'm hoping the system, you know, pans out and they gave us a lot of good stuff.
yeah, I mean, if the people out there aren't into wanting to get a Switch because of the lackluster titles or just doesn't call their attention, that's fine. You could say I'm not interested to play it, but I just don't agree with the people who are like completely shitting on the system because it doesn't have any games. I mean,
So someone that we
freaking
know,
PlayStation 4 had knack, and you can't even use that as an argument. Oh, it's a great two-player action. No, it's garbage.
no, it's garbage.
Um, and like Killzone was garbage. I mean, Xbox had its fair share of trash as well when it first released. Even the Wii U. I mean, the only thing good on Wii U when it first launched was what New Super Mario Brothers U, and I liked Zombie U. but
Yeah.
not everybody else did. But I guess if you slap a gold edition sticker on it, probably people I know might buy it.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. Would you recommend the system?
If you're a fan of Zelda and like innovative indie games, I say yes. If you are not a Zelda person, then I say just wait. They're gonna make plenty of these. It's gonna be readily available. It's just not available now.
Yeah,
I
for
say hold,
me,
wait.
I don't recommend it right now. I will say wait until more games come out because there's not enough to keep you playing this. Especially we're hitting we're in March, so the rest of the year is just heavy hitters for other consoles coming out. So it's gonna be a fun year. So Nintendo needs to really bring out the games.
I mean, they're bringing Skyrim. Skyrim is coming to a Nintendo console, so we're gonna see how that pans out for them. Hopefully, it runs really well. If Zelda's any indication, open world adventure games are something that could be done on the Switch. Great, as long as they devote the development time. But if they just copy and paste and hope it works, then that's going to be a problem.
Yep. So that's it for the Nintendo Switch discussion. Hopefully, we do more of these in the future now that we get how to do it. We just have to get the rest of the people to join us. And if you have any thoughts on the Switch, if you got it, you like it or hate it, just post it in the comments, leave us some message, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube too if you haven't yet.
Yeah, facebook.com/knockout games or facebook.com/groups/knockout games. That's our group page. We post up weekly conversation messages to see if to engage with the community. If you like it, give us a like, share with your friends. We want to get out there. We want to get known.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Cool. So
All right. So for Angry Gallo, I'm Anthony. Signing out, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.